and she didn't know that I could sing. So, she of course asked me, did I want to perform in front of live audiences and stuff. She was all excited. She wanted to be a stage mom. And I was like, yes, ma'am. I really did want to sing in front of people because, I'd be showing off sometimes. But the determining factor was when I realized, even as a kid, that we were struggling financially as a family. And my parents were hardworking parents, but they just wasn't making ends meet. And I knew that if I'm making this much money doing shows as a kid, I could really be the third income in this house. So it just gave me the drive. I loved it. I was obsessed with it after a while because I love competition and things like that. And I was winning all these contests, and I'm like, I can help our family. So that's when I knew. I do want to sing. I like singing more than I like playing outside. So I'm going to be a singer. But were you guys adults when you decided, or did you know as a kid that you could perform?
I knew as a kid. So I was a military brat and traveling a lot and moving from place to place. And so I played pretend a lot and played dress up and acted like I was on the stage. And so it just gave me a sense of purpose starting out like singing on stages for people that didn't speak English. And when I was there, I thought I was like it. I'm like, my name is unique. I have braids until I came to America. And they're like, no, everybody and their mom has the name Latoya. But you're not special. So, but it went from there to show choir. Once I discovered show choirs and show performing and winning competitions, international competitions, it was a wrap for me pretty much.
Yeah. That feels good.
I can imagine. I do not share that, unfortunately. I know. I'm kidding. No, military brat as well. So
Okay.
more power to us. I would say that because I was military brat, I was very introverted. I stayed to myself a bunch. Wanting to do music and dance, that was all Michael Jackson influence. I can't say it ain't so. I'm just saying it just is what it is. But I think the moment that I realized I really wanted to do it was probably 2006. Tragedy is all in my story. So,
Yeah.
my brother was a rapper. Brother is deceased.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. But my sister sang, so I was like, can I cuss? I can cuss. Right?
Yes.
All right. Yeah. So I was
We
like, fuck
grown.
it. So I'm gonna just, I'm gonna just try. And through the nerves and stuff, I just loved it. I loved everything about it. But yeah.
All right.
You like the goosebumps.
Well, I was not a military brat, even though my mother was actually in the army, so I didn't travel. Um, but I started off. My mother was in the choir, church choir, so of course, my little bitty self, in the choir stand as well. Um, I really did not discover my voice until I was in elementary school, I guess, because one of my, I think it was she was my third grade teacher, Miss Hampton, God rest her soul. She played piano and she would have me come and sing all the time, and she would push me up to do talent shows. So in elementary school, I was winning all the talent shows. So I was thinking, there must be something to this. I went into the army, in the army band. I played trumpet before, but they only discovered that I could sing. I did not sing than anything. So that just increased my confidence, and then even my love and my passion for music. And so doing it professionally goes all the way back to my army days. And here locally, I didn't start until 2007, 2008 is when I started singing locally. So it is interesting because I was a worship pastor for many, many years as well. So singing has just been, you know, for me, for me. So
Yes, it is.
yeah.
Your mama passed that right on down in the blood,
And my
baby.
mother does sing, so yeah, she did. She did sing.
I love that. I love that. Well, you guys definitely have a beautiful past. I'm so glad that you followed those dreams for sure. I'm sure a lot of people out there is glad we followed them too, because honey, they be enjoying us too, and we enjoy y'all. Thank y'all for continuing to come and show out with us. But tell me this: do y'all remember your first show that you ever had, or your first show locally?
I remember mine. It was at Celebrities.
What were your expectations versus reality for that show?
Um, I can't really say I had expectations because I didn't know what to expect. I guess because um, it was really my first club, like hole in the wall type of club scene. So, um, yeah, well, it brought me to where I am,
Yeah.
now, but I really didn't have any expectations. Um, I guess because I was more nervous about it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
not knowing what or how I would be received.
Yeah. Celebrities was one of the best hole in the walls ever. I missed it. That's actually probably one of the first places I met you guys back in the day. I came in 2011 though, but yeah, that was the spot right
Yes,
there.
yes. Chuck Moon had us right, had us straight. Honey, I was fired, hired, fired, hired. But I got it right, so there were a lot of lessons, valuable lessons in that experience.
Yes, yes. And that's all what life is about.
Yes.
We live and we learn. If you don't, you're doing something wrong. Quit making the same mistakes.
Right. That's being crazy.
Well, a lot of people have asked me, how do I keep the music career going if you don't necessarily have the coins to invest in yourself? And, everybody doesn't have that same issue, but how have you guys kind of winged it and figured it out? Like if you have to travel or something like that.
OnlyFans has been a very profitable
What's the name so I can look it up?
Oh, no,
Check it out.
Come
Let
on,
me see
phone.
something.
Y'all missed my September discount. But nah, I think for me, just jumping out there and doing karaoke a lot.
Yeah.
I think that's honestly how I think I met both of you.
And that's how we booked a lot of shows too.
Yeah, it's just doing karaoke, somebody liking what they hear, and hey, do you have an original set? Do you do music? Blah blah blah, and you just kind of build off of that. So that's been a blessing in disguise.
Yeah.
Just testing my stage presence and whatnot.
Look, our cash apps are. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. Well, tell me this. What's something about the local scene that outsiders wouldn't expect of Huntsville or surrounding areas?
I think the talent, just from being traveling in different places, states and countries, it's like kind of like a hidden gem here
It
that you
is,
wouldn't
girl.
expect. So when I hear some of the voices coming out of Huntsville, I'm like, oh my god, like you from the the backwoods to the, you guys really show out here. And like I said, it's like a hidden gem, which is coming to the forefront like now. Like Huntsville's on the rise. Like
Definitely.
it's all over like blogs, and the algorithm is definitely in Huntsville's favors right now. But definitely like 10, 15 years ago, it really wasn't talked about or seen, and it's like a hidden gem.
It is. And a lot of people don't, they have no idea when they hear the word Alabama and they live in a big city or something. They're
Yep.
like, well, my family, I'm going to tell you this. My family, this was silly. When I moved here in 2011, they said, what you want to do living down there?
My
Do
family
y'all,
said the
do
same.
they even wear shoes? They be walking on dirt
Mom,
roads.
like, where
I
is
was
they?
like,
Do they have malls? Are
y'all,
they eating hay on the,
it
on the
is
porch?
right. They think everybody's
They
sleeping
thought
with
it
their
was,
cousins or something
yeah.
weird. I'm like, bro, it is not like that. We actually live in the best city.
The number one in the country.
But yeah, there is some. We are surrounded by literal superstars out here that are, as of yet undiscovered. But I mean, look what's going on with the reality TV shows right now. We got a local favorite on a reality TV show, and we knew a long time ago she was a favorite. Like she's amazing. But there's plenty side by side on these shows with her too. You may have to pay for some. You may be lucky enough to get in some of the shows for free. But baby, we ain't playing no games out here. Huntsville is on the rise. Y'all be ready.
Yeah, I think one thing also about Huntsville is that people believe when they see like bigger cities and places, they think they have to be put together. And so even though they have these talents and they might sing karaoke here or there, they are afraid to like jump out there because they think everybody is put together. Everybody has some type of contract management. They come like built. No, it's literally you just stepping out, on faith, you singing at karaoke's, you doing like, your lives, you doing like a skit or any type of like reel, and just put yourself out there. You do not have to be put together. You don't have to have a resume. You don't have to have an agent. Just start singing. Open your mouth and start singing.
Yeah, and I think if people collaborated a little bit
Yeah.
more in our area,
Yeah.
we could all get a lot more opportunities. You know, at the end of the day, there may be a little bit of musical rivalries going on around here, or people feel like it's, we're all in competition with each other, and it's really not that when you actually do collaborate together.
When you get to know them, like it's
Yes.
not that at all. It's just that you're getting intimidated because maybe you see them on the stage, but literally you could do it too. Anybody can do it. Just open your mouth. Just sing. Just start meeting people. Start going to events.
Network, network,
Network.
for sure. I feel you on that system. Now, what keeps you motivated when the turnout is low or the room is half empty? I know that can really break somebody's confidence down sometimes. Me personally,
I've never
I'm
had
gonna
that.
sing like it's a million people in the room every time, baby. Because I know at the end of the day, I'm getting paid for it regardless.
That part. Yeah.
Right?
Right.
You got to make sure you lock down your payments. But yeah, have you ever performed somewhere and you were just so excited to be there and thought it was going to be an amazing turnout and it just was like womp womp womp? I've been there.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think for me, it's always been one, like you said, the part about I'm still gonna get compensated, for me. So I'm because not just because of the compensation, um, mostly because I just love doing it. So I
Right.
feel like
That part.
whoever is supposed to be there will be there,
Right.
and I just do my best, and just whoever is there, I'm gonna give my best to them, whether it's 50, whether it's 100, hundreds of people. I
Yeah.
still feel like it would be unfair to those who did
Yeah. Yeah.
Clock that
and show up for you.
tea.
Yes, it would be unfair for you to not give your best.
That's right.
And then a lot of times it grows from there. And I think if for people who may be discouraged, by the numbers, I would just say just trust in knowing that your gift will create an enlargement of your territory, and your gift will, if you just give it 100%, how that saying is, if you build it, they will come.
That's
So
right.
you build your craft, you build your skills, you build your show. They're gonna come.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yep. That's completely true. When those 50 people showed up instead of the 300 people that you expected, those 50 people came out of their way, came out of their house, got dressed, bought food, drinks, and all of that. They deserve an excellent show as well.
Yeah.
But it only takes that one person in the
One.
audience for your next booking, or to spread the word about, man, I went to this crazy show tonight. I ain't never heard of this girl. I never heard of that man. But when I tell you, I'm about to tell everybody about them. I'm about
Yeah.
to post about
Yeah.
it. It just that's what it's all about.
And see, that's a part of like my lane because I do multiple things, and so marketing has always been like my strong suit in finding like audiences and seeing what the audiences want. And so rather, I'm used to singing, performing by myself to a wall, and so it wouldn't matter if it was one person there, if it was many people there or not. I performed in front of the Queen of Jordan. I performed at on high stages or low stages, and so for me, it was always, no matter if somebody was there or not, I was going to always act like as if, even if I was in my living room performing. And then I had like a situation that happened with my voice. I had like some surgeries on my voice, and so I started to lose my voice. And I kept thinking to myself, what do I do now? My voice is everything. And so I just transitioned that into, I said, there's upcoming people. There's people that maybe don't know the way. So I'm going to start vocal coaching. I'm going to start taking people to the studio, showing them how to perform. And so I'll go attend their performances and keep them encouraged. So whether there was nobody in the audience or not, I was in the background jumping up like, let's get it. Yes, you're the best. And so no matter what, we're going to keep the same energy throughout, whether it's 1, 2, or if it's a room full of 100 people, whether it's a honorary person in the building or you singing for, I don't know,
Yes.
locals, it doesn't matter.
Well, Marquise, this question is geared towards more towards you too. I want everybody to speak, of course, if you have a something to say about this. I feel personally that sometimes it can be kind of hard to get our locals to come and support us as compared to if we were, out of town or whatever. Those people come. If you need it, they will come. But yeah, our friends. I remember there was an interview you did back in the day, and the young lady from the radio station had asked you about getting local people to come and support your shows,
Yeah.
and how that can be a challenge. How do you feel now after all this time? Is it still the same? Because I feel like people that don't know me will come quicker than people that know me.
Yes.
I don't know.
You in on this one. No, I mean, I think that I stopped worrying about who showed up for me,
Yes.
if that makes sense. I think that for myself, if I'm a fan of yours, if I believe in what you're doing, I'm there.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's probably been the biggest and best return that I've gotten is just showing up for people that I actually believe in, that I actually deal with, or, I want to see where their careers can take them. And then, I don't know, flash forward, and like 13 years later, you're sitting on couches with people.
Okay.
It's like, yeah, I've known you guys for a while now.
Yeah.
Wow. So, I mean, when I shift my focus, I think that my outlook on it all has changed. I just feel more at peace with if you can't make it, that's cool.
Right.
Once you're there, if you do show, I appreciate you the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Yes.
I think did that answer?
Yes, that answered very
Yeah,
clearly.
it's just something about like people and people get discouraged over it that you feel like they're not going to support you. And I want to say like most of the time, like I said, once again from a marketing standpoint, your support is going to come from outsiders or from people you don't recognize or you don't see. I remember traveling with Fifi out of town and they were turned up. They all knew who she was. Or I remember being at a location. They're like, oh, well, you should come back tomorrow night. We're going to have a singer, Nina Marie. I'm like, I know her. Like, what? And so people are like mentioning you guys. So people mention you in rooms that you don't see or you don't know of. People are definitely saying like your name and they're discussing you. You might not see it up front, but that backhand office, the backhand, is going to always come through.
Definitely.
Yeah. I think a lot of it too has to do with the fact that now social media is so strong. People are like, I can just watch them all live.
Yeah.
In my bed. Somebody's always gonna go live. They're gonna type in like back in the day, even though we wasn't as celebrities going live.
Right.
Celebrities tonight. They were like, there go Fifi right there. Go girl. Save my $15. But no, we do appreciate when other artists come to visit, when our friends and family and locals come to visit. So definitely, let's keep that culture going, guys. For real, this town is filled with so many things to do now. Back when I came here, it was not that many options.
Yeah.
But now it's like, dang, I don't even know where I'm gonna go tonight because she's singing here, he's singing there, the band is here. This is gonna be. I don't know what to do. I like having too many options, though.
It's a
It
good
just
problem.
collab. It's a good problem.
It's a
I
good
love
problem
it.
to have.
Yes. So, real talk, how has being an